Welcome back. Today let us see the lesson number 9 from Signal Systems of Unit 1. In this lesson, we are going to cover the orthogonal signal space part 3, consisting of closed or complete set of mutually orthogonal functions. So we are going to represent the complete set of mutually orthogonal functions. So from this lesson, at the end of the lesson, students can be able to express the orthogonal signal space and how a Fourier series generalized representation can be given for a given function x of t. As you already got the expression of epsilon, that is a mean square error from the previous slide, sorry, from previous lesson, that is it's given as 1 by t2 minus t1 integral t1 to t2 x square of t dt minus summation of cr square into kr, that here we are expressed from 1 to n. So for if as value of n increases, the approximating x of t with a large number of orthogonal functions will result in less error. So if we consider the value to be infinity, the summation term may converge to integral. Means the summation term will be or need to be rewritten with the integration term, and then the epsilon value diminishes. Hence, the resultant expression means epsilon will become 0, and the resultant expression will be integral t1 to t x square of t dt will becomes equals to summation r equal to 1 to infinity cr square kr. So this is how the infinite series can be expressed, and the signal x of t can be represented with cg. So c is the magnitude and g is the signals that we are expressing with respect to x of t. We are representing g signal, we are representing x of t signal in terms of g1 g2 g3 and so on. Okay, for as we are considering infinite series, so we are writing or we are representing the x of t in terms of g1 g2 and so on up to g infinite. So here we are representing separately the function or the term with r, so cr gr. Next, a few summary points that need to be noted. So let us have those points. The infinite series on right hand side of above equation converges to x of t such that mean square error is 0. As already discussed, to have a if we want to have a epsilon value to be very less, that is to be a 0, an infinite number of signals can be considered. That is infinite series can be considered, and this series can be converged, and the point at which it is said to be converged is at the mean. So the series is said to converge in the mean. Next, the set of functions as we have discussed g1 to gr mutually orthogonal over the interval t1 to t2 is said to be a complete or a closed set if there exists no function of y of t. So if there is no function with respect to y of t, then these gu1 of t, g2 of t and so on up to gr of t are said to be mutually orthogonal. So here in the expression form we are given that integral t1 to t2 y of t gn of t dt equals to 0. Here for k equals to 1, 2 and so on. Next, if a function y of t could be found such that above integral is 0, then obviously y of t is orthogonal to each member of the set. So as we already discussed, for a mutually perpendicular condition, the vectors v1 v2 will be equals to, or the dot product will be equal to 0. Similarly, those are said to be orthogonal. And here also, the y of t, if the integral condition is 0, then obviously y of t is orthogonal to each member of set g r of t, and consequently is itself a member of the set. Means considering the itself means that the considering the gr of t is also a member of the member in the set. Next, so the set cannot be complete without y of t being its member. So if y of t is not included, then it will not be a complete set. So the dot product of the vectors, as we know that it is a 0. Similarly, for the signals, if they are said to be an orthogonal, the integration value must be 0, including the signal that we are considering. That must also be inside the set. If it is not a member, then it can said to be it is not a complete set. Considering for set gr of t for r equals 1 to infinite, mutually orthogonal over the interval t1 to t2. As you already know, gm of t into gn of t are the two signals are equal to 0 if m not equal to n, and equals to km if m equals to n. It is a similar condition as we discussed for the vectors for mutually perpendicular or orthogonal condition. If this function set is complete, then any function can be expressed as x of t in terms of c1 g1, where cr equals to integration terms. This function is also discussed earlier. So if this function is set is complete, means if the above condition is complete, then any function x of t can be expressed as the earlier functions, earlier set. So representing of a function x of t to be by a set of infinite mutually orthogonal function is called generalized Fourier series representation of x of t. So please remember the function on what basis we are expressing a Fourier series. Representing of a function x of t by a set of infinite mutually orthogonal functions is called generalized Fourier series representation of x of t. So this is how a Fourier series expression or a Fourier series is represented for an x of t function which is having a set of mutually orthogonal functions. That is what we are having from unit 1 of lesson 9. Let us meet in the next lesson. Thank you.